Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. However, there's a couple of things that I want to state before we get started. First and foremost, happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm hoping that you have a great day today. I'm having a decent day. By the time that you are watching this, I will already be in bed, asleep, and hopefully recharged from the kind of terrible news that I got for Monday. However, that is not one of the biggest things that I have to talk about. And usually I don't tend to bring stuff like this to the front at all. However, it was told to me over on social media throughout the entire day Monday that the company that owns my editing software, Adobe, is being sued by the Federal Trade Commission. I'm not 100% sure. So recently Adobe has opened up a couple of things that a lot of people found not so business friendly, if that makes any sense. First and foremost, that they've started claiming in their new TOS. They're now going to start claiming ownership of all the assets that we create. And it sounds like it's to help their AI systems better, because if you don't know what AI is, it's artificial intelligence, obviously. A lot of it needs to be trained, and you need a lot of content to train it so that people can use it a lot better. Some of them are more usable than others, right? Biggest example that I have is ChatGPT. There's like 4.0 or something like that, 4.0 or 4, literally an O, I don't know. That one you can use, that is for prompts. It stops at like 2022, so it doesn't have anything like current. But if you know how to code or create your own artificial intelligence, you can create something that can do the exact same thing as currently ChatGPT. For pictures and other stuff, there's like Midjourney that can do artificial like images and stuff like that. I'm very hopeful of AI, but I don't want it to affect people's passions and take away their work. As long as there's if we can create laws that stops people from doing that, I'm okay with it. I think that having something that you can use to get decent information is probably the best that we can use it for, but each their own, right? For me, I'm only going to be using it for research purposes, not for recreational purposes. However, the other thing is that Adobe apparently has been charging fees for cancellations. Now, if you don't know what Adobe is, or if you don't use it, it is essentially a Creative Cloud package that you can use for all of the stuff. Like, for example, when I go to edit these videos, I use Adobe products. Now, I do have access to other editing software, and depending on how this case goes, may drive me over to those services. I definitely would save like a lot of money a year, because then I'm not spending so much. And there has been some hiccups with my own account that I think I'm fine with, but apparently they charge like $100 for a cancellation fee. Yeah, I said that right. So I pay currently like $55 for the entire package, and it's a monthly subscription that I get access to, and I still have stuff that is like capped, right? I get it, like they're a business, they need to be able to make a little bit more money, but it's definitely better than spending on like Premiere Pro, Adobe Photoshop, Audition, or even After Effects. I did that route and realized like, no, I'm going to get all of them, and I realistically only use 4. But they're doing that. So the only reason why I bring that up is how it could affect my projects going forward. And that's what I'm really going to lay into. I don't think that you guys really care if Adobe is being sued. I don't think that you guys would care if it meant that Adobe has to pay the government a large sum of money so that they don't go under or have to change their regulations and stuff like that. The biggest thing that I am afraid of, right? Because Adobe does have the Creative Cloud suite, and depending on how they go, if and when that this goes through and they lose, if they lose, I should say, it's going to change how I do all of my edits. I could lose a lot of features. I could maybe gain some features. I'm unsure of the outcome, and once it gets closer to the time of when it may affect my projects, I'll let you guys know. So instead of being able to upload like every day like I have been, I might have to upload once every 2 days, if not try to hit like 2 videos a week. And that's only because of the fact that I have to then reteach myself on a different editing software, which isn't that big of a deal. But I have so much knowledge in Adobe that there's a lot of stuff that I can use, right? I have to figure out where specific keyframes are. I then have to get used to the software like DaVinci Resolve. That one's a free program, and I do have access to that, but it doesn't have everything that I'm looking for. So I have to put those into place before I'm able to upload. And I have to make sure that the compression, I have to make sure that the rendering is fine, because I don't want it to affect this here. I also have to test out to make sure the audio comes in well and get everything set up to do what I currently do now. So it's the only reason why I'm bringing it up. If it affects my workflow, I at least want to let you guys know, and I'll let you guys know if that decision comes down to where I have to swap, then to give me some grace period so that I can get everything set up the way I need to, reteach myself how to do that, and hopefully create a wonderful workload that I have here. And then, yeah. So other than that, we went through the list of yesterday's video, and I did everything and even included a little bit more. So taunt, I do have options for taunt, and we might be looking into giving it taunt for Koraidon. The thing that I'm thinking of removing is maybe helping hand, because if like we have flame charge now so that we can actually hit ghost types, and we can actually do a decent amount of damage to fairy types now. Like breaking swipe was like, it was a good idea, but we were definitely losing. I also calced for collision course. Wow. And I found out that while there's some types that do get a benefit for it, it also loses a lot of traction too. So like being resistant to ghost or like immune to ghost kind of makes it not so worthwhile. However, fighting moves are super effective against normal types, ice types, rock types, steel types, and dark types, which 3 out of the 5 of those is 100% like seen on the field most times. With that being said, I was like, oh wait, maybe I can actually use it. And we do see quite a bit of normal types out there that would actually make it a little bit more usable in there. We also PP upped all of our Pokemon, at least the ones that make sense. So like Bleakwind Storm was a 10. We made it to 16. Tailwind's 15. It's fine. Sunny Day is 5, and I think I'm going to keep that as that because we do switch weather, or maybe switch that slot quite often. And I'm not touching Protect only because of the fact that I don't really know if we would actually use Protect all 10 turns. With my type of style, I'm not even getting half of Protects in, even with every other turn going into Protect, if that makes any sense. For Koraidon, we have Collision Course getting upped. We're leaving the rest as they are. Protect for the reasons that I said before. Helping Hand's 20, and so is Flame Charge. We don't really have to do anything more. Fluttermane, we didn't really have anything to do here, so I didn't realistically do anything to those moves. Also, we changed the nature for Koraidon from Adamant to Jolly, so now it has the full speed advantage of 205. For Urshifu, we made all of its moves PP upped, so now it's got 8 instead of the 5. So that's great. We didn't do anything for Furgraph. Kind of the same reason as like Protect. Helping Hand is 20, Hyper Voice is 10, which could be increased. I just kept it at that because Hyper Voice might be swapped out for either Foul Play, could also be Twin Beam, could also be Psychic. I mean, there's other options that I have. I could also even use Imprison just so that I can stop other Trick Room users being used, so which means Furgraph does like no damage whatsoever. I just wanted to have an attacking move, but it may not be the only attacking move, which is why I kept it as it is. And obviously I'm not going to increase Trick Room because I don't think you'll have to ever use it more than twice, unless they're heavily like reverting all of your stuff, which then if they get all of 5 of your things, I mean, that's just them being extremely anal. So, I mean, it's unlikely, but it could be. And Chien Pao, it already had most of its moves, like Ice Spinner and Sucker Punch tapped out already. Protect was one that I keep using most often. I think about using like Haze or maybe even Mist, so I can protect my stats from being changed, or even revert everyone's stats that they decide to raise back to 0, or it can even be used to take off the negatives from like Urshifus and stuff. So then obviously we have Sacred Sword. So that's what we have here with this particular team. We didn't change any Terras as far as I'm aware. We didn't change anything else besides a lot of stuff about Koraidon. And like I said, we might even change Helping Hand. It just depends on how we go with this particular video, but I at least wanted to give you guys that update from what we are currently looking at. Yeah, that's all that I have. Again, I figured I'd give you the heads up about Adobe of what's going on over there, and I will let you guys know if I have to make changes to my editing software and how long it might take for me to get back into the swing of things of doing dailies again. But for now, that's it. That's all that I got. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into our matches, shall we? So we've got Water Ogerpon, Indity, Iron Valiant, Solgaleo, Annihilate, and Pelipper. So Final Gambit is a fighting type move. If we have a ghost type that's going to be able to take that hit, if in fact that does become the thing. We could also go in with Koraidon and Fluttermane. We do not have to worry about Tailwind as much. Pelipper does have access to that, but they're most likely going to focus primarily on Wide Guard, because I do have, well, they probably won't on my team. I do have a lot of single target Pokemon, so they may not really have to worry about that. So Galio, that's gonna be one I might have that I might struggle on. Bring out Indity. Let's go ahead and bring out Tornadus and Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Qianpao. We'll do the 2s. And the reason why we're doing it this way is so that we can, one, get Tailwind off, and then maybe deal with like Annihilate, depending on what it does. We do have access to negate some of its stuff, but it's Indity and Iron Valiant. So no priorities. And doesn't make, and I can't stop them for whatever they're trying to do. I don't think it really matters. Booster energy on the Iron Valiant. And its speed was heightened. Okay. And Psychic Seed and on the Indity, so it boosts its special defense. So what we're going to do is activate Tailwind, Wicked Blow. Okay, that doesn't do anything over there. Iron Valiant kind of has us a little bit. Kind of has us. So is it worth doing Follow Me, or do I wait? Let's do Wicked Blow on the Indity. Do the Tailwind so I'm faster. We're not going to Terra because we could get hit with Moonblast or something with Iron Valiant. Indity goes down, 1-hit KO. Because it's an auto crit. It does a lot of damage, especially with Black Glasses. Expanding Force. Doesn't affect Urshifu. Will take... Oh, does not take down Tornadus. Okay. So they do Expanding Force spam. And Solgalio's next. Liquid Storm. Let's Terra this time and go right into Solgaleo, because that's the restricted. I think I can go heavily invested into that slot. It doesn't seem like Expanding Force did a ton of damage, which means that Iron Valiant isn't meant, or is not meant to do a lot of damage. But they might have not have thought that Urshifu was going to just completely negate it. Because even now I could swap over to like Qianpao, but I think it's just better for me just to sit and wait. They could protect, but I'm attacking this Solgaleo, so he's not going to be able to protect for very long. I'm going to go right through it. Since he's a dark type and must be psychic. Terra goes probably for Solgaleo. It is. And you are fairy. Water. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, Liquid Storm hits both. That's ooh, that's a one-hit KO in Iron Valiant. I don't like the reason why I don't use that Pokemon, but I don't. Well, I do have access to it. My brother has the game. Sun Steel Strike. I think it's Steel type move. Oh. I mean that still hurt. That still hurt. That's half. That's absolutely half. And Pelipper comes out, bringing out the Drizzile. So this is the one. Okay. Question: should I keep Drizzle, or should I bring in the Sun? The Sun would help Galio, but Bleakwind Storm becoming 100% also work. But we might be seeing the Wide Guard, and if we see the Wide Guard, that would not help. Let's do Sunny Day to make it so that let's do Sunny Day. Okay, never mind. I was like, we'll do Sunny Day, and we will beat the Wide Guard. We'll turn off Rain so that Hurricane does nothing, or has like a chance of missing. Instead of it being like 100%, just like Bleakwind Storm, it goes right back down to Bleakwind Storm levels, which I think. But another thing, which is really, really dope, and we're gonna let this play out, is we are officially in Master Ball tier. We did it. Finally. We finally did it. We got there. 15,217. I am super, super, super excited. We did it. I didn't think that we were going to. Like, we were struggling so bad. But we did it. We absolutely did it. Finally. Okay, so we have Koraidon breaking swipe. Gouging Fire. Ooh, Hisuian Gudra. Okay. Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Smeargle. Now that Urshifu, which is something I bring up in the podcast that I'm in, I actually run. It's called Team Unconventional. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it. If you have, awesome. If you haven't, go to Spotify. We did create a YouTube channel for it, but they're not accepting any of my stuff to get it verified. So I can't post more than 15 minutes at a time currently. So I'm currently working on tripping it down to like bits and pieces and stuff like that, like getting all the important stuff. But Spotify has it, and you guys can find that link down below. I talk about Urshifu, and if you're going to run a Sun team, it's probably not a good idea to have water, just because it would hinder the damage that water Urshifu could do by half, which is not like the best thing. Koraidon, not Koraidon, but Tornadus. I think we did really, really well last time with like the Urshifu, so I think we'll go that route again. Yes, Fluttermane. Yeah, you know what? We'll kind of do what we did last time. We'll have the Tornadus, the Fluttermane, or Tornadus, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Qianpao. That way we can kind of do something in the back. We do not have a straight counter for Gouging Fire, so I'm going to write that down in my notes. So Koraidon and Smeargle. And we're also going to be looking at Smeargle. I do have a way to deal with Smeargle, but it's probably going to be hard. So we're going to Tailwind first, so we get out some of that we can outspeed, and we're going to Detect. We're going to Protect turn 1 because we can see a fake out Flame Charge. I think that we will be able to outspeed this way, but I just realized that Smeargle can also learn Tailwind, I think, because it realistically can learn every single move in the game except for maybe 1 or 2. Obviously, the ones that don't exist, we can't use. Swaps at Smeargle. Probably going out Fluttermane because I can't read that. Yes, exactly what happened. Gives it a speed boost because of photosynthesis. Terra goes over to Koraidon. So Smeargle, on that topic, cannot learn a lot of the moves from Darkrai, at least Dark Void from Darkrai. That is 100% not allowed, so you can't do that. I'm going to detect on the Urshifu. Tailwind, so now I outspeed. It's Terra Fire now. Collision Course goes over to the Urshifu. Okay. What we'll do now... I can't swap. It would be a huge detriment to swap. Actually, I could swap Urshifu into Fluttermane, but again, I think it would like really hinder Fluttermane a lot. So it's Wicked Blow into Fluttermane. Yeah. Oh, great. So the swap in for Koraidon. Here comes Gaijin Fire. Nope, Smeargle. Okay. Interesting. All right. So I have Tailwind. They can't Fake Out. And they will probably like make it so that they can't hit into, that I couldn't hit into Koraidon, trying to save him for later. But I'm going to Bleak Wind Storm, which is going to hit both. But I went straight for the Fluttermane because that is the thing that can remove Urshifu off the field. It can also remove Chien-Pao in the back. So no of that. Absolute. None of that. Thank you. Okay. Koraidon comes back out. I'll go Bleak Wind Storm again. Swap to Fluttermane because here comes the Fake Out and the Collision Course. And this is going to give me a free switch in for Fluttermane. At least I hope. It would make it very obvious for them. So this way I at least get like my own Fluttermane out there to do exactly what they want it to do. There's the Wide Guard. Okay, so Bleak Wind Storm does nothing here. So hopefully the Collision Course was into Fluttermane, because then I would have been able to read that. Oh, it's Flare Blitz. Goes in Tornadus. Yes. Cool. Tornadus goes down. Damaged by recoil. It's okay. Urshifu can come out now. Now Urshifu can Wicked Blow into Koraidon. And I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, we'll go into Smeargle. Follow me. Okay. So we kind of saw that happening. Thank God Moonblast goes first. Down goes Smeargle, because now here comes the attack from Urshifu. Wicked Blow. Terra Dark. Bop. Down goes Koraidon. Oh, first day into Master Ball, and we are now taking names. Now, Tailwind's finally gone, but we are now 3-1. Who's your last Pokemon? Goodra. Interesting. Let's go ahead and... oh, I can't swap. Alright, we'll Close Combat, Moonblast, Battles cancel. Okay. So the general thought was to swap out Fluttermane to bring in Chien-Pao. If that was Heavy Slam, that would have been like doing a ton of damage over to Chien-Pao. I think Chien-Pao would have been knocked out because Ice is weak against Steel types. So Chien-Pao would have went down, Fluttermane would have came back out, and I would have brought down Hisui and Goodra to less than half, if not to one-hit KO due to Close Combat. I don't know. They gave up, so we don't have to worry about that now. So dope. We are currently 30 and 35 for our ranking. Let's go. Okay, Koraidon, Walking Wake, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Tornadus, and Golden Go. A very good spread. They got the Fire, Water, Grass core, someone that activates Sun, someone that can use Tailwind, plus someone that can do a ton of amount of damage to fairy types. I almost actually used that myself because they do have a lot of priority on that side, meaning like Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Tornadus. I think Fergraph might be like the best person to use here. Question is, would they use Incineroar turn 1? I mean, they probably would, right? Let's do Koraidon, Fluttermane, Tornadus. And then if I bring in Tornadus, I can't bring in Fergraph, but then I shut myself down from Tailwind and being able to counter. We'll bring in Chien-Pao. So we won't worry about fake outs. We'll bring in ghost types and people that have ghost Terras. I think that's going to be the best time that I can actually counter that. And because we have, or they have Rillaboom in the party, there's a good chance that Grassy Surge is going to come out. So Chien-Pao is going to be very, very helpful here. At least that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, it is Incineroar and Walking Wake. So they kind of guessed it. I was going to bring, you know, my two, and one of them was going to be the Sunsetter, which is really unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Walking Wake activates its photosynthesis. Speed was heightened. I'm faster. That's 100% going to happen. So I can protect, or I can collision course. Fake out's probably going to happen here. So what I'm going to do is helping hand the Fluttermane, and I'm just going to go straight into Walking Wake. It's probably going to Terra. No Terra. Okay. Fake out. Nope, it protects instead. That's a good call. Absolutely great call. Moonblast goes into the protect. I did nothing. And Incineroar does Parting Shot. Knock off. Fluttermane lives, but Specs is gone. So I'm going to do Collision Course. And I'm going to then do Moonblast on the Walking Wake. I'm still faster. I just do less damage. So because I'm part dragon, I'm going to resist the water attack that Walking Wake can do. But I'm going to try to remove Incineroar because I can still do damage to it. I'm not going to swap Fluttermane. That would be kind of a bad idea. This is going to go to Walking Wake. Probably water. Yep. So Hydro Steam is going to do a lot of damage now. But it should not get the KO. Moonblast. That's a lot. Drop its special attack, so that's good. Draco Meteor. That's a lot. And it dropped it even further. It's got Life Orb. Okay. Knock off on the Fluttermane. So essentially, they took a huge hit on Walking Wake, and then just kind of left everything up to chance. So now we'll bring out Chien-Pao and Tornadus. This is going to set us up for whatever we're going to try to do now. They do have a major speed boost. I do have my Terra still. So question is, do I Tailwind or Protect? You know what? Let's Tailwind, and I'm going to Terra, Sucker Punch. No, Terra, Sacred Sword, the Incineroar. I was going to Sucker Punch, but I think... Oh, I was like, oh, they're probably going to swap that guy out. Here comes their own Tornadus. Nope. They're on their Chien-Pao. Make it Ghost. which means that this knockoff was going to do like a ton, but I get Tailwind off. So now I become faster. And I now do Sword, which should... Doesn't? That's usually a one-hit KO even with that. Parting Shot. Okay, Chien-Pal's attack goes down, which is actually really bad for us. Are you gonna bring out Koraidon? No. I know... No, I only know of 3. Oh, they did bring Koraidon. Master Ball, okay. Okay, so now we'll do Bleak Wind Storm. And I will go ahead and Sucker Punch. I mean... Oh, this works too. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Groudon protects, which is totally fine. Ice Spinner. Oh, they attacked. Okay. Liquid Storm goes off to protect. Will it hit the Tornadus? It does. Great for me. Do Icy Wind. Super against the Tornadus, but it doesn't lower my speed, at least Tornadus' speed at all. Liquid Storm. And... now going to be slower than Koraidon. I have 2 more turns of Tailwind. Let's protect. I'm a little afraid. I'm afraid. So we'll protect here. They get off Tailwind, which is what I thought would happen. Flare Blitz into my Tornadus, which is unfortunate. That tells me what their speed tier is. So this is a loss. And the reason why it's a loss is because of the fact that I can't really do anything. So let's Sucker Punch on Tornadus. Oh! They did it. They did do an attack. Huh. Interesting. I might have been able to capitalize if I was able to, if I like foresaw and knocked out Tornadus first. That way Icy Wind wouldn't have went off. We would have been able to see like the other Pokemon come out. Oh, that was a crit. But because of the fact that I was after like the main targets, it didn't happen. But I'm very interested to see how Incineroar lived through a Sacred Sword through Chien-Pao. That means that they invested so much into defense or HP that made it happen. Because usually it does not live. If you guys want, I will calc that real quick just to kind of show you what that is. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I got done calcing and I can clearly see here that Sacred Sword does not give a one-hit KO to Incineroar with everything that I mentioned before. So it gets really, really close, but it doesn't go over. So usually they're set with Careful. With my Life Orb, it does make it 100%, but what they would do after that is make it so that they can survive the hit. So they have to live between 187 to 221, and because they can go 187, basically hit 140 EVs to make it 188, and then just kind of boost your defenses to make it so that that's 100% not going to get a KO. And it was about here, I think. Yes. Okay, so currently with the Sacred Sword, with my set, Jolly, Life Orb, didn't get hit with Intimidate, so I didn't put that in there. Careful, you have 140 EVs into HP, making it Incineroar's HP is 188. And then the defenses also have to be 180 EVs invested so that it makes it a damage range of 159 to 187. Where we stopped was like around the 84-85% range. So it was in the orange but it was not a one-hit KO, got really, really, really close. So when you are building Incineroar, you could be looking at that type of damage calc, and it might be something that we all have to work around now because that's pretty bulky. Before, they weren't able to last against those. They weren't able to last against those moves. Wow, what a tongue twister. Now they're able to withstand it and be able to attack after that, which means that even though they just took a hit, was going to be very, very damaging. Now they can retaliate for either a KO or make it so that they can win. So keep that in mind. 140 base, right? Like 140 in HP and 140 in special and just regular defense. And that's what's careful. So that's lowering the special attack, but highering the special defense. It's still within that realm of what people do Incineroar with. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we have Urshifu, Specterior. Oh, dope. Hey, no, didn't mean to do that. That's dope. You guys have no idea. I was actually thinking about doing something like this myself. Using one of the ponies, because you can still get the same effect as if you were Calyrex. I don't think that there's a major difference in the stat variations. I'm not 100% sure. Please don't quote me on that. At the time of this recording, I have no idea. However, it does make it so that you can still get the same benefit and use your restricted. So we do have Urshifu, Specterior, Archelodon, Kyogre, Noctowl. Now I'm super like intrigued. I want to see how that goes. And Rillaboom. So we want to get rid of the rain as much as possible because Archelodon, if it's not paired up with the Power Herb, will need to take that turn to do its thing. So we'll do Tornadus, and I'm kind of thinking Urshifu. Urshifu would actually be really good here, unless it's like Noctowl or anyone else. Let's do Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, and then Koraidon. No, not Koraidon. Urshifu. And I have to click it. So the reason why we did Urshifu over Koraidon is very simple. I need to be able to hit Specterior. And there's only one Pokemon on my team that can actually hit it, and that's Fluttermane, or at least in my lineup. Now, I have Urshifu. Urshifu can now hit it. So Rillaboom and Specterior. I just call it Specterior. Specterior. Now that we don't have to worry about like Rillaboom being able to do its thing, we could realistically do the Bleakwind Storm because I outspeed. Or I can go Sunny Day and do it that way. Yeah, you know what? Let's do Sunny Day, and I'm gonna... I don't know the speed tier of Specterior. If it protects here. I'm doing Dazzling Gleam because I'm afraid of the Protect. Doesn't look like Protect is hitting, so I think I'm fine doing this. Nice Glide over the Fluttermane. Gets the KO. Okay. Shadow Ball. Oof, Tornadus. Tornadus just barely hanging on there. Well, we'll bring out Urshifu. Now you can't use Fake Out. Now you can't use Fake Out. And I'm just going to go ahead and Bleakwind Storm. And... Terra Dark. Bleakwind Storm, Terra Dark, so I don't have the fighting weakness that goes straight Dark. Wicked Blow into Specterior. And yeah, hopefully you get the one-hit KO here. It's got the Life Orb, so at least the trainer has got like an idea. Nice Glide. Urshifu can withstand it because Drain Kiss. You've got to be kidding me. Am I throwing? Am I throwing? Having Tailwind's better. Absolutely better. Lost some of its HP. Open Storm hits both. Takes down the Rillaboom. I at least knocked someone out. I got someone. Oh, that was a crit. I finally got 1%. That's all I needed. I just wanted the 1%. I got the 1%. God, I'm such a scrub. Up comes Kyogre. Okay, Drizzle comes out. This is what I wanted to save Urshifu for. Let's do Sun, Sucker Punch into Spectrier. Oh, they did attack me. That's what I was hoping for. It's like, okay, well, I'm probably as fast, if not faster than you are. But I want to get rid of the sun, or the rain. So we're going to lower the damage that Kyogre can do now. Fortune Pulse. Hopefully it doesn't do a ton. Okay, thank goodness. Chien-Pao gets to live. That's cool. But is that going to be like a thing? I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out. Oh, look, Archelodon. Like, who knew? Kind of me. Very kind of me. Let's go ahead and hit Archelodon. Terra probably goes to Kyogre. This is a loss, by the way. Oh, it's going for Archie. Okay. Fairy. The Sacred Sword does nothing. Thankfully, it ignores the stat boosts of stamina. Not very effective. But who cares? I mean, I do, but... Muddy Water. Okay. Not bad. So I'm going to write down weather. Obviously, I'm also going to write down speed control. I know that I have Tornadus doing both of those right now. But if I had to pick either one, like, which is important? Which is important? That's what I have to ask myself, right? That's what I want to know. Which one is important? I think I could have gotten a lot more done if I had changed my options. So if I would have won Terra, maybe Fluttermane, or maybe swapped into Urshifu so I can negate whatever Rillaboom was trying to do. Now, that wasn't the typical Assault Vested Rillaboom, because that did a lot of damage. Usually I don't get O-Code, and I'll double check that if it was the typical one that I usually see. But I'll do that after the video. I'll get that set up, but I'll do that after. So after the next match, I'll let you guys know. For now, I am going to continue. Not getting knocked out, setting up Tailwind instead of the weather, because being able to outspeed things doesn't really matter if they just knock you out right away. And yeah, Tailwind's better instead of having Sun, because then I can actually get a more of a benefit of it afterwards. Food for thought. Okay, so we have an Araquanid, Fluttermane, Whimsicott, Serena, Shadow Rider, and Galarian Zapdos. Now, for those who want to know the calcs from last match, as I said I was going to say it, it is a 96 to 113% range. It is an 81.3%, or I'm sorry, it's a 75% chance when I get the 4 HP for Fluttermane. So it was just, they rolled high, that's all. 75% chance to OHKO. Even with Terra, it would still be the same. My guess is that's full attack investment with Grassy, with the Metal Plate or Miracle Seed with the Adamant nature. So there was no way to get away from that one, unfortunately. So in this particular match, we do have to worry about Shadow Rider. They don't really have anyone. I mean, I say that, and then I'm looking at Whimsicott, who can obviously set Trick Room, or not Trick Room, but Tailwind. So we're gonna bring in Tornadus. I kind of want to bring in Fluttermane, but that might kind of upset something, I think. Let's bring in Qian Pao. That way I don't have to deal with both dark types being kind of hindered. Fluttermane, and then let's bring in Urshifu. That way I can kind of deal with Shadow Rider. Now, one thing that I have been thinking of is whether or not that I should be afraid of Wide Guard anymore. I don't think that I should be, to be honest with you. And just like this player that we're playing against, them using Galarian Zapdos means that that's their, like, a good-ish reason to get rid of priority. They're bringing out Fluttermane and Whimsicott, so that's dope. So they were probably thinking that I would do something, and I didn't, so yeah. But the Fluttermane gets the booster energy anyway, which means special attack was heightened, which means that's the 205 slot, I think. I could Terra, but I don't think I need to. I honestly don't think that I need to. We're going to Tailwind anyway, because I don't know what they're going to do. And I'm going to Ice Spinner into... No, I'm going to Protect. I'm going to Protect because I don't know what Fluttermane's going to do. Here comes the Terra. It's probably to Fluttermane, if not to Whimsicott, but it's most likely Fluttermane. It is Fluttermane, and it's very fighting. Okay. All right. I see you. This uppercut. I don't even know if it's a she. Fluttermane doesn't have like a sex, but try not to do that as often. Tailwind goes up, so now my team is super fast. They also use Tailwind, so their team is also super fast. Terra Blast. Ah, I see. Interesting. So, if that's the case, let me go ahead and Terrestrialize and go right into Fluttermane. You want a Terra Blast into Qian Pao? Here, have a Ghost type. Have one of these. Take 2 and call me back in the morning. Protect on the Fluttermane. Oh, well, that sucks. Never mind. Ice Spinner fails. But Liquid Storm might come up. Yes. Fails on the Fluttermane. Well, it hits. It hits the Whimsicott. Brings it down to its sash. Let's go. And what does Whimsicott do? Moonblast on the Tornadus. Alright. So I'm gonna do this. Ice Spinner. Right into the Fluttermane. Oh! Ouchies. Ouchies. And what does Whimsicott do? What are you gonna do now? You attacked? You attack later than Tornadus? Oh, I didn't pay attention to that. That means their Whimsicott wasn't built for speed. They're just using Prankster because they can. Interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, here comes Shadow Rider and Galarian Zapdos. Okay. I have Tailwind for one more turn. So do they. Actually, let's go ahead and just do the double protect. And I'm going to call it good. I'm going to call it good. They can't Terra. They used it on Fluttermane earlier. Tailwind only has one more turn. So Zapdos right now. Oh, quick guard. Okay. Interesting. Astral Barrage is going to do nothing. So that stops Sucker Punch. I got that. I absolutely got that. So let's do Tailwind, and I'm going to Ice Spinner into Battle Rider. There's Quick Guard again. It stops it from me taking Sucker Punch damage. That's what Quick Guard does. It stops priority. And I'm going to Ice Spinner because I don't have to. I'm going to go right into that slot, almost knocking it out. Massive Barrage, which is going to hit, and it's going to knock out both. I'm okay with this because of the fact that Zapdos isn't particularly set up to be able to deal with what I've got. Now, I could have Bleak Wind Stormed instead of doing Tailwind, but now I guarantee that I'm faster, regardless of what they use now. So yeah, he gets a 2 boost, but he's also got, you know, that. It's got the Life Orb, unfortunately. But now I can bring out Urshifu and Fluttermane, and I outspeed both. So I'm good with just doing the Dazzling Gleam and the Wicked Blow, and this game is over. It's honestly over. Zapdos is gonna, it's gonna move last, so it could do Tailwind, but I'm gonna be going through these teams with no problem. Yeah. There's a win. 31-37. And now people that don't have a Master Rank medal have one. I feel like I should get one for Amoonguss. He was used and was able to do quite a bit in Team A, but they just weren't able to get into Master Ball. Oh, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Ooh, Clodsire, Kyogre, Tornadus, Archelodon, Serena, and Chiyu. One's using Serena now. Not a bad combo. I used Serena a long time ago, and it kind of sucked. But maybe they have a better way of doing Serena. So in this instance, going in with, really know what Clodsire is going to do, to be honest. Let's bring in Tornadus, and they don't really have anyone that negates anything particular. And what I mean by negates anything is no, Intimidate, none of that. That's gone. Let's go ahead and bring in Urshifu, maybe. I mean, we could start off with our you know what? Let's do these two and then these two. Yeah, let's leave Koraidon and Farafrig in the back. Now, having Armor Tail is pretty dope. I don't know if having Koraidon to set the weather is the best idea currently, right up top. Yeah, I do negate the damage what Kyogre could do for sure. Clodsire and Kyogre. Oh, okay. We're just gonna start off with this stuff. Dope. I don't know what Clodsire is gonna do though, so I have no idea. We do need to get the weather out of the way here though. Absolutely needs to go away. We're gonna do that. Terra, and I could go for the Thunderbolt. If I do that, I'm not gonna Terra. There's no reason to Terra. Yeah, I'm gonna go right for the Thunderbolt. Sunny day turns off the water. So if you're gonna use Thunder, it's not gonna work. If you're gonna use Ice Beam, it'll work. But I'm also going to be very, very, very fast. Thunderbolt. Does not take down the Kyogre. Gets really, really close though. Origin Pulse. Gonna do half. Toxic. Onto the Fluttermane. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do Bleak Wind's, right? Bleak Wind Storm. Yes, we'll do Bleak Wind Storm. So if that gets swapped out, it's to be someone else. I do have to swap out Fluttermane after this. Kyogre protects, which is okay. Thunderbolt. It's spec, so I have to get Fluttermane out after this turn. Bleak Wind Storm comes in next. Gonna miss the Kyogre because of the protect. Please hit Clodsire. Nope, it does not. Avoids the Clodsire. Toxic on the Tornadus. That's unfortunate. Now both my Pokemon are on a timer. So instead of getting Flutter Mane out this turn, I'm just going to go straight into Thunderbolt again. This time, because I'm on a timer, I'm going to do this and Thunderbolt that slot. So now if it swaps, it's going to swap into something that's not great, but it's something that I could do. Kyogre goes out. Are you Serena? No, you're going to be Archelodon. Okay. It's like, no, you're going to be Archelodon. Absolutely Archie. Shiny Archie. Let's go. Tailwind. Thunderbolt. Not super effective. Are you going to use Hex? Poison Point? Oh, Toxic again? My guys are already poisoned. You're thinking of me already swapping. No, Tornadus is leaving now. Flutter Mane can kind of become the sacrificial lamb, which is unfortunate, but it's how it is. Actually, should it? Should it be? Let's... Fortunately, we might have to sacrifice both. Yeah, unfortunately, we might have to sacrifice both. Because whatever our Chelodon is going to do, I can't do anything about it. I'm locked into Thunderbolt. Maybe, well, I wasn't going to hit the Clodsire for hardly anything anyway. I know I'm getting a boost to our Chelodon. That doesn't really matter to me. We dropped its speed, which is great, but we do have Chi and Pow in the back. Body Press into Tornadus goes down. Great. It's going to hurt us later on that he's gone. High horsepower. And it's only going to hurt us later on because of the fact that we have to deal with Kyogre. And Kyogre's in the rain, but at the same time, Kyogre is weak. And depending on how we play this out, we don't have to worry about it. Absolutely not have to worry about it. So now I'll bring out Chi and Pow. And Urshifu. We haven't used our Terra yet, so we're going to use our Terra here. We're just kind of getting stuff. Oh, okay. Why? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want a close combat. The Archelodon, it's going to go down. Oh, wait, it's got 3 boosts in defense, so no. No, it wouldn't. Well, that stinks. I mean, no, maybe not. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Let's see if it does. Probably won't. Body Press is gonna probably take down Urshifu. I should have done the opposite, but I don't like Clodsire too. Terra goes over to Archelodon. Nope, Clodsire. It's gonna take away from its. There we go. Weaknesses to ice are now gone. No. Okay, Spinner. Into that slot. Doesn't do as much, but that's okay. There's combat. Okay, so I thought he had a little bit more HP, so I'm glad that that worked out. I'm absolutely happy about that. So, Toxic, okay. I was thinking maybe high horsepower, but no. I'm glad that Toxic went up. Sunlight Faded. Are you gonna bring out... Ooh, your Black Sludge? Nope, Leftovers, okay. Oh, no, it wouldn't be Black Sludge. It would have to be Leftovers. Be Terra Fire, so it would do damage to him if he did that. Which would be a bad thing. Out comes Chi-Yu from behind. Okay, we'll do that and that. Sacred Sword into Chi-Yu. Survives because of Sash. Chi and Pow's gonna go down here. But I hope to bring or take down Clodsire with me. Terra Dark. right into that slot. Clodsire goes down. Now, reason why I said that Chimpao is going to go down here is because of the fact of Heat Wave. Oh, both go down. Okay. I was not expecting both. But that's okay. Not bad for first day back into Master Ball tier. We went 3-3 this time, which is about average. So we actually won 4 yesterday. I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I thought that we went 3-3. No, we went 2-4. So by this metrics, we suck. No, just kidding. I kid. It's not bad, obviously. We're doing fairly well. We are 31 and 38, so I can't complain. Wish we were just a little bit higher. We are 18 days into season 19, and we finally hit Master Ball, so I definitely can't complain. Move on. All right, ladies and gents and Pokefans alike, that's going to be the end of today's video. We finally made it to Master Ball. I am super excited. We ended today at 15,526. Total number of battles of 69. Nice. And we won 31 times and lost 38 times. So now we just need to work on the secondary goal. Now that we've hit Master Ball, let's now hit the top 10,000. If we can do that, that would be dope. And then we start hitting the top 5,000. And then it just keeps going on from there and there and there. But since we hit Master Ball, we're just going to do the best that we can. Like I said, the goal of the end of the month is just to try. Wow, if I could speak, that'd be perfect. We're going to try to hit within the top 10,000. That's the goal. If we go any further than that, that's just awesome. I would make it a goal to like go into like the highest that I've been, but the highest I've been is like 2Ks, and I don't think that we're going to be able to hit that. Probably not in this monthly outcome, just because of our win-loss ratio right now, which is kind of gnarly. Now, if we kept winning, that would be different, but we're not, so which is totally fine. So some notes that I have here. We have no counter for gouging fire. Thankfully, we didn't see that in that match. We do need to walk out or look out for Smeargle, so possibly having a way to counter him. So maybe Taunt would officially need to be on the team just so that we can shut them down. We need to figure out which one is more important, either weather or speed control. So either sunny day or tailwind, and going from there would be optional. We also don't really have anything for Clodsire, so that would be cool to kind of look into and see if we can try to build a team around that. And because we saw one, we're also going to see what Noctowl did. I'm kind of interested in seeing how that Pokemon started or what they're like planning to do. Oh, I also have updates for yesterday's video too. So that Venonat that we saw, Compound Eyes. That was the ability. Eviolite was the item, obviously, because it needs to be able to withstand a lot of the hits. I did have a comment from Grim that said it was really, really funny to see how less damage that you guys won't believe this, collision course should be doing a ton of damage, right? Should. But Venonat is quad resistant to fighting types. So I think the sun was up, hit that Pokemon for literally 4. I don't know if it's actually literally 4, but how it moved, it looked like someone just kind of tapped it and was like, all right, there's how much you can. It was like a randomizer, you know, like the gotcha things where you have to hit the button just so you can get like this thing. It's like, all right, hit it right here. And it's like went down a little bit. And like, I just spent like $3. Why didn't it only go down like 2%? Like, that's what it felt like. It was so dumb. But yes, it was Compound Eyes. So Compound Eyes on Venonat raises the accuracy of its moves by 30%. Sleep Powder, being a 75% move, got knocked up to 97%. So a 3% chance of missing. And unless you're Palkia, that's not likely to miss. Oh God, I'm such a terrible person. Anyway, so there's that. That was like a really cool shout out that I saw for like people playing on the ladder. I love looking at stuff like that. Diplin especially had sticky hold, and with the Eviolite set was able to completely not just stop my entire team. I had no idea or way to knock it out because it was just built so bulky. Just infestation and sticky hold with Eviolite. Just you're donezo. I don't know how you get through that because even with the grass typing, you're still not like, you're neutral to fire. So you're like, I can only do damage to like the fire types, and because it has sticky hold, it doesn't lose its item when you use knockoff. So you're just kind of sitting there trying to do stuff. And then it has like Giga Drain and like Recover and stuff. It was just annoying to deal with. It's like dealing with Porygon 2 all over again, but it's a basic Pokemon. That's God. Oh man. Anyway, so there's that. That's all that I really have for you guys. So I'm hoping you've enjoyed the video thus far. If you have, please leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Please leave a comment down below, as I do reply to any and all comments left behind, and I do so in a orderly manner. I do it as fast as I possibly can. So if I'm at work, might be a little bit. If I'm not, then I'll just reply as soon as I can. So there's bam. Anything that you guys want to follow me social media wise, or Discord server or anything like that's going to be in the description down below. And if you guys want to hear what I talked about for Urshifu on the podcast, it's called Team Unconventional Podcast. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, the Duke Mike and JT the Ace Trainer, and you can find that information on Spotify. I'll put a link down below so you guys can find it as well. Let's see. I think that's all. If you're a returning viewer, hello. I'm glad that you stayed tuned for the video. Please hit the subscribe button since you're already here, and I hope you've enjoyed enough to hit it. And you can hit the notification bell over on the right to be notified next time I upload. And if you're a new viewer and you want a reason why to subscribe, well, I create this series. Technically, it's called Beyond the Badge. It's a YouTube series where I play on the Pokemon competitive ladder, or VGC for short, using a team that I built from scratch, and I show my progress from start to finish. I don't only show my wins, and I don't build niche teams that I think would break on like Pokemon Showdown. Everything's done on cartridge. I build every single Pokemon. I build it and I put it in front of you guys to help you learn and help myself learn. I have been doing this at least playing Pokemon VGC for 2 years, and I'm still learning new things to this day. Like with the Zacian and Zamazenta, you actually don't need their item attached to get the benefits of that ability now. It just happens, which means that you can equip them with a brand new item if you so choose. I didn't know that, so that was pretty cool. I also learned what telepathy does, and it was completely different from what I thought, but I did that battling on the ladder. Now, it does take a little bit of skill to do that, but that's totally fine. That's why the series is here, so that you guys could possibly see some of the builds that I do, some of the moves that I do, some of the thought processes I do, like Dragon Cheer, for instance, and we go through all of the testing that we possibly can, and that's what it's meant for. Not only to teach me, but hopefully teach you, and I'm hoping to inspire. That's for like the most important thing. If you guys want to help support the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It does help the channel quite a bit, and it helps the videos perform way much better. Now, I do plan on uploading every single day this month, except for the days that I have to wake up early to go to meetings, do stuff for YouTube or anything like that. I have to go in for work for overtime, or I have to go into work meetings. So I do work swing shift, so I am up late at night for a good majority of the week, if not all the time. So that's why these things are in place. And that's why in the beginning I said that I would be asleep by the time that you guys saw this, because I'm already up recording the stuff and posting it for the day. So yeah, show your support. Thank you. And everything should have lit up on the screen. So like, comment, and subscribe. They should have lit up again. If they did, awesome. If they didn't, I need to try to get that fixed on YouTube's end, because they have that. I've seen it. It looks dope. It's so cool. It kind of looks like, resembles like the LED lights that people use. I'm in love with that kind of stuff. My yeah. That's all that I've got. So there's good reasons to support me, and I would be eternally grateful if you guys did. Otherwise, that's all that I've got. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye.